Hello YouTube. Today we're installing the 54-inch Campo Sano ceiling fan by Home Decorators Collection. This fan is a dual mount fan, meaning that it can be hung with the included downrod on a flat ceiling, or it can be hung with an extension downrod on a higher angled ceiling. This fan is going to be a very easy install. It's got all of the quick fit installation features like quick install blades, slide on mounting bracket, twist and lock shade. It's got the easy plug wire harness to make the wiring easier. This should only take about 15 minutes. So before we get started, just a note, if at the end of the video you find this helpful, please click like and subscribe at the end, and that'll help other people find the video as well. And also, if you just want to fast forward to a certain point in your installation, go ahead and use the links down below, and that'll take you to each individual step of the installation process. If you found this video, you're likely stuck at a point and you're looking for some guidance, we're here to do that. We're going to cover the full installation from unboxing to turning it on. So just stick with us, we'll get you right to it, and I'll have you relaxing with your new ceiling fan in no time. So before we get started, just a couple of notes. You want to make sure that the electric is turned off at the breaker box and at the wall switch. If you don't feel comfortable working around electricity, please consult with a licensed electrician. The other note is, if you're hanging this fan in place of a light kit on your ceiling, you're going to want to make sure that the outlet box is marked acceptable for fan support. If you have a plastic outlet box, or the outlet box is not marked acceptable for fan support, you're going to need to replace that before installing the fan. So as you can see here, we've already unpacked the fan. We're just going to look in the manual to make sure that we have all the parts before beginning, and that way we don't get stuck along the way. So first off, you have the mounting bracket. The mounting bracket's pre-installed inside the canopy with the canopy ring. We'll show you in the first step how to remove that to get started. Next you have the ball and downrod assembly, the decorative motor collar cover, the LED module light kit, twist lock shatter resistant plastic shade. This is the light kit pan. It's the fan motor. You have 5 quick install blades. These blades are easy, they just snap right into place. You're also going to have a wire extender. So if you are hanging it on a higher angled ceiling with an extension downrod, you'll simply plug this into the wires from the fan and run this through the downrod. You also have the remote and receiver, and the batteries are included with the remote. So just some tools we're going to need. You might need some wire cutters and strippers. I like to use a line tester to make sure that the wires aren't live. You have a standard Phillips head screwdriver, a small Phillips head screwdriver. If you don't have a small one, that's okay. You have a flat head screwdriver, and some electrical tape to seal off the wire connections. And of course we'll need a ladder. So we have all the parts here, we're ready to begin. The mounting bracket comes pre-assembled inside the canopy with the decorative ring on the bottom. To remove the mounting bracket, first twist the decorative ring off to expose the screws at the bottom of the canopy. Note the alignment post in the base of the canopy. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver to loosen but not remove the 2 screws at the base of the canopy. Loosen the screws enough to allow the alignment post to clear the hole, and then twist the mounting bracket to remove it from the canopy. This fan features a slide-on mounting bracket for easy installation. The bracket has 2 keyhole slots that will align with the 2 screws in the outlet box. Simply align the slots of the mounting bracket with the screws in the outlet box and then slide to hold in place before tightening. This is just a demonstration. To install the mounting bracket, begin by using a Phillips head screwdriver to loosen but not remove the 2 screws in the outlet box. Then lift the mounting bracket towards the ceiling, aligning the slots with the screws, and slide the bracket in place. Then use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten both screws. Make sure both screws are completely tightened so that the mounting bracket is securely fastened to the outlet box. This fan is shipped with cardboard motor stops to prevent the motor from moving during shipment. Simply pull them out of the motor housing and discard. Before routing the wires and attaching the downrod, you'll first need to loosen but not remove the set screw on top of the motor collar. Remove the warning label and use a flathead screwdriver to loosen but not remove this screw. This fan also features a safety tab on the motor collar that will lock the downrod in place should it ever loosen over time. If you ever need to remove the downrod, push the tab down to unscrew the downrod. Before routing the wires through the ball and downrod assembly, gently pull the green wire from inside the ball and downrod assembly. Next, place the downrod through the canopy so that the largest opening of the canopy is on the ball side. Next, place the decorative ring on the downrod, making sure that the black side with the slots is touching the canopy. The last piece is a decorative motor collar cover. Place that on the downrod so that the largest opening is facing towards the threaded end of the downrod. Then gently run the wires from the fan through the bottom of the downrod so that the plug exits the ball portion. Gently pull the wires through until the downrod meets the motor collar. Attach the downrod to the fan by screwing it into the motor collar. Once the downrod is screwed in, use the flathead screwdriver to completely tighten the set screw on the top of the motor collar. Once the set screw is tightened, slide the decorative motor collar cover down the downrod until it meets the top of the fan. Now the fan is ready to be hung. Before hanging the fan, it's important to note the tab in the mounting bracket that will align with the slot of the ball and downrod assembly. When hanging the fan, you'll insert the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the fan assembly until you feel the slot engage the tab of the mounting bracket. This is just a close-up demonstration. To hang the fan, lift the assembly up to the ceiling, noting the location of the tab and the slot. Slide the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the assembly until you feel that slot engage the tab of the mounting bracket. The fan will drop slightly when properly seated. To prepare the remote control for use, slide the battery compartment cover off and insert the batteries according to the diagram inside the battery compartment. If you have more than one remote control fan in the house, it's a good idea to change the dip switch settings before installing. The dip switches are located inside the battery compartment of the remote and in the receiver. Using a small tool, you can set the dip switches to any combination of up or down as long as both dip switches in the receiver and the remote match. The dip switches in the receiver are located underneath a rubber plug. Using a small tool, set the dip switches in the receiver so that they match the remote control. Once the dip switches are set, replace the rubber plug in the receiver. This fan features a dimmable light kit. If you'd like to disable the dimming feature, use a small tool to set the light control switch to O. This will disable the dimming feature. If you want to keep the dimming feature, leave it set to D. The factory default is D for dimming. Once the batteries are installed and the dip switches and light control switch are set, replace the battery compartment cover by sliding it onto the remote. Before installing the receiver, make sure the fan wires are to one side of the mounting bracket and the house supply lines are to the other side of the mounting bracket. This will make for easier wiring. When installing the receiver, make sure the flat side of the receiver is facing the ceiling. There are wires coming off both sides of the receiver, the fan connection wires and then the house supply line wires. Insert the receiver into the mounting bracket with the antenna end going through the mounting bracket so that the receiver rests on the ball of the ball and downrod assembly. Begin wiring the fan by taking the wire plug from the fan and connecting that with the wire plug from the receiver. The plugs will snap together when properly connected. Once the wires are connected, gently tuck them out of the way. Next, take the green wire from the ball and downrod assembly and the green wire from the mounting bracket and twist those two wires together. Once those are twisted together, connect those wires with the bare copper house wire. These are the ground connections. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Then gently tuck those wires out of the way. Next, you'll take the white wire from the receiver and twist that wire together with the white wire from the house supply lines. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape, and then gently tuck those wires away. Finish the wiring by taking the red wire from the receiver and twisting that together with the black or hot wire from the house supply lines. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Once all connections are made, gently tuck the wires up into the mounting bracket and outlet box to make room for the canopy to attach. The canopy attaches to the mounting bracket using 2 keyhole slots on either side of the canopy that will align with the 2 screws at the base of the mounting bracket. Align those holes with the screws in the mounting bracket and push the canopy up so the screws come through the keyhole slots, and then twist to hold the canopy in place. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to tighten those screws and secure the canopy. You can tilt the fan to make extra room for the screwdriver to access the screws. Do not over-tighten the screws. There will be a bit of a gap between the canopy and the screw head to allow the canopy ring to attach. The canopy ring has 2 slots on either side that will align with the 2 screws at the base of the canopy. Align those slots with the screws and then push the canopy ring up and then twist to engage the slots on the screws and lock the canopy ring in place. This fan features quick install blades for easy installation. When installing the blades, make sure the wood grain side is facing towards the floor. Insert the end of the blade into the slot on the side of the motor housing and push it in until you feel the blade clips lock it in place. Repeat for the 4 remaining blades. If you ever need to remove the blades, simply squeeze the 2 tabs of the blade clips together and pull the fan blade out. The light kit pan attaches to the black bracket on the base of the fan using 2 keyhole slots and 1 standard screw hole. These will align with the 3 screws on the black bracket at the base of the fan. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove and save one of the 3 screws on the black bracket, and then loosen but do not remove the 2 remaining screws. Feed the wires at the base of the fan through the center hole of the light kit pan, and align the keyhole slots of the light kit pan with the 2 screws that were loosened on the black bracket. Push up and twist to engage those screws. Then use a Phillips head screwdriver and the screw that was removed and saved and insert it into the standard screw hole of the light kit pan and fully tighten that screw. Then fully tighten the 2 remaining screws. Make sure all 3 screws are completely tight. The LED module connects to the light kit pan using 2 keyhole slots and 1 standard screw hole. These will align with the 3 screws on the outer edge of the light kit pan. First, using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove and save one of the 3 screws in the light kit pan, and then loosen but do not remove the 2 remaining screws. Next, insert the wire plug from the LED module into the wire plug from the fan. The plugs will snap together when properly connected. Gently tuck the wires in and lift the LED module and align the keyhole slots with the 2 screws that were loosened in the light kit pan. Push up and twist to engage the screws in the keyhole slots and hold the LED module in place. Then using a Phillips head screwdriver and the screw that was removed and saved, insert that screw into the standard screw hole and completely tighten that screw. Then tighten the 2 remaining screws. The light shade uses a twist lock system to attach to the fan. There are 3 flat sides on the light shade that will align with the 3 nubs inside the light kit pan. Align the flat sides of the shade with the 3 nubs in the light kit pan and then push up and twist until the light shade is tight. This fan also features a full function remote control. To turn the fan and light off at the same time, press the power button. The fan has a memory, so next time the fan is turned on using the power button, it will return to its last settings. For example, if the fan is on medium speed with the light on when the fan is turned off, the next time it is turned on, it will return with medium speed and the light on. The fan speed button will cycle through the fan's 3 speeds. Press once for high speed, twice for medium speed, 3 times for low speed, and another time to turn it off. Press the remote light button to turn the light on. Press it again to turn it off.
Press and hold to cycle through the dimming. Release the button once the desired brightness is achieved. The Comfort Breeze setting randomly alternates the fan's 3 speeds to create an organic wind effect. Press the button to start the Comfort Breeze mode. Press the button again to disable the feature. The fan timer button will automatically turn the fan off at a desired setting. Press once to turn the fan off in 2 hours, twice for 4 hours, and 3 times for 8 hours. The reverse switch is located on the top of the motor housing underneath the decorative motor collar cover. To access the reverse switch, lift the decorative motor collar cover up. The factory default setting is switch left, which creates a downward airflow for use during the warmer months. During the cooler months, you may wish to reverse the airflow to pull warm air from the ceiling and bring it into the room. Set the switch into the right position. That will create an upward airflow. Once the switch is set, replace the decorative motor collar cover on top of the motor housing. That's it. Installation is complete. Time to sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice tall beverage with your brand new ceiling fan. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please click like and subscribe, and that'll help other people find it too. And as we always say around here, keep it breezy.